Hello there, internet dwellers. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is very, very different. It's a horror video and it's kind of backroomsy. I mean, it classifies itself as backrooms, but it goes so much deeper than just that. It's like, this isn't just a look into an isolated world. This is a look into an isolated soul and someone who's wrestling maybe with the idea of who they were in the life before they arrived into this one. And it's very introspective, it's beautifully put, and it definitely resonated with me a lot. So be sure to check this guy out. It's called The Glennon Archive. It'll be linked down below. It was actually Ryan, A-Bit Ryan, who recommended this channel to me. It's a fantastic little series that's on the go there. There's only 3 videos, technically 2, because one of them is just an offshoot of one of the other ones, basically. But seriously, give it a watch for yourself. I do talk a lot in this video, so I'm going to say that to you now. So just go watch the video in your spare time and watch it all through for yourself. Then maybe you can come back and listen to my thoughts on certain parts about this, because it is eerie, it is spooky, it's a very strange video in terms of like, he's very casual about what's going on around him, but it dives so much deeper into like the soul, I think, which is really, really cool to see. And yeah, I don't have much more else to say, so let's just jump into the first video. It's called The Nesters Found Me. Let's go. This Backrooms found footage documents a subject's survival against the Nesters during a quiet apocalypse. As he navigates this empty world, a single mistake reveals his location to the things watching from the liminal spaces. This analog horror entry captures the eerie calm of a life spent in solitude, from atmospheric ASMR to the tension of setting survival traps. This file explores the nostalgic horror of an abandoned reality. So this is The Nesters Found Me found footage. This is by the Glennon Archive, so be sure to subscribe, like the video, and watch the video alongside me. And as you can see there, look, when you like the video and it's a scary video, it does a little scary face. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's pretty neat. Let's keep doing that, guys. Is there a thing for dislike? Imagine there was. So let's just jump straight into this. Here we go.
All right, day 8 of squatting in this house. It's been really nice, actually. I've been able to sleep, shower, recharge. I even managed to get the electricity up and running. Not sure for how long. That means I have a working oven, which is really great. I try not to turn on any lights, especially at night, because I don't want to attract any attention to this house. But last night I messed up like an idiot.
I guess in this, he's not completely isolated. There are other things, but they're not necessarily human.
I leaned against the light switch and I turned on the living room lights and the house lit up like a jack-o'-lantern. Just for a second. And now this morning I see someone out in the woods, lurking
someone
around.
In the woods? Ah!
Yeah, I see you.
What? Brother, how are you so chill? What is going on? He maybe just used this. He said, what day did he say this was? Hang on, we're at 46 seconds.
All right, day 8 of...
Day 8. Right, okay.
Yeah, I see you. It could just be passing by. It could be nothing.
Yeah, passing by, looking into your window like a creep. Like Michael Myers from Halloween. Bro,
but
get out of there.
It makes me nervous. I haven't seen him in a few hours, but it
doesn't
really
even
makes
look like him.
Me uneasy. So tonight, in addition to cooking my favorite meal, chicken parm, I'll be battening down the hatches, tightening the security.
Just making traps.
Just in case whatever is out there is, isn't just passing through. First, I need to run out and get some groceries, so let's do that.
So there's still groceries. The problem with the whole apocalyptic world scenario here is most food is going to go out of date pretty quickly. You're going to need to have your own farmland, and you're going to have to know agriculture in order to survive, because food's going to go out of date, other than, the unperishables, the ones that you can just eat and they never go out of date. Or you just get really good at hunting if there's animals around. But the problem with that is, like, you see it in like zombie apocalypse films and stuff where they're trying to get like gasoline, petrol out of like still cars. Now, the problem with that is, and I'm not a scientist, but this is what I've just been told, I remember hearing about this, is that I think petrol, if it's not used within 3 months or something like that, it's unusable. I don't know how true that is. That doesn't sound right. Let's just... Google's our best friend. Here we go. Petrol doesn't have a strict expiry date, but Degrades over time, typically lasting 6 months to a year if stored well in sealed containers, though it can go bad faster in heat or with contamination. So what does it mean by gone bad? Smell develops a sour or strong unpleasant odor instead of the normal sharp smell. Appearance becomes darker, cloudy or muddy. Performance causes poor starting, uneven running or engine sputtering. Okay, so it's not necessarily that it becomes unusable, but the quality of it deteriorates fast. Okay, we've cleared that one up. Let's move on. Okay. Chicken palm. There's other cars there. Well, I guess there would be. Maybe it's like Alice in Borderland, that kind of scenario. Then again, yeah, there were cars in that film, not film series. It's hard to know if he just, like...
Power's on in here. That's good. Let's see. We need a few different things.
Right. Eggs? Bro, this is not going to last long. Oh, Tony's chocolate. So good, man. It's absolutely goated. I do love me some Tony's chocolate. Brother, what's that sound? Just an average employee. Oh my god, he leaves money and everything.
You never know.
What do you mean you never know? This is pretty,
so as
like...
I mentioned, I need to prioritize security in this house tonight. I've identified about 3 weak points where an intruder could breach our defenses, and each requires its own special security system, if you will. Weak zone number 1 is the furnace room window. There's no lock on this window, so I've set up a tripwire. And about 7 feet 6 inches away, the average height of a nester, I've strategically positioned a knife upright. When triggered, the tripwire will send the blade straight into the upper chest or the face. Weak zone 2, the basement door. Now, the house is settled pretty unevenly, making this door impossible.
Kind of reminds me of that film, what was it called? Arcadium or something like that? I forgot what it's called. It's got Nicolas Cage, and it's like that post-apocalyptic kind of world.
Locked. If a nester enters through here, they'll hear a tape recorder in the next room playing my voice saying the following.
Don't hurt me. Don't come in here, please.
The recording will lure them deeper inside, right into a sensor-triggered assault. Weak zone 3.
Oh my goodness!
Porch passage door. Now this
How do you
leads
deactivate that?
into the same basement door with the broken locks. When someone opens this porch door, the friction will strike matches against an igniter that I've rigged. And the matches will ignite a portable gas tank that's been slowly leaking gas all night. So hopefully burning any nester who tries to breach that passageway.
Dang,
and
this
I've
guy's
also
good, man.
installed noisemakers on all the door handles, so hopefully I'll hear them coming and I'll see them coming, and that these traps will keep them out. And I'll be able to sleep safely tonight.
I love, like, who is he making these videos for at this point? You know what I mean? I guess it's more so to document just in case humanity does come back, and yeah. Nightfall dinner. Here we go. Bit of cooking, guys.
All right, I'm gonna fillet the chicken now.
Okay, we got some ASMR on the go here, man.
All right, now I'm gonna tenderize it.
Nice.
This ensures that the chicken is gonna be nice and even all the way around.
Yep.
We're gonna put some of this chicken in flour so it absorbs some of the moisture.
Okay.
And so the crispiness will stick on.
Is it fried chicken? Nice. This is just his secret way of starting a cooking channel, guys. An egg.
Oh.
Oh no.
Just get rid of that.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going to pop it in there. You can hear the freaking like drone
So we'll dip the
sound in the background.
chicken in the egg batter.
That looks lovely. Make me hungry.
Now it's time for what makes the chicken good.
Seasoning. What is it?
Panko. Technically, the panko makes it like a chicken katsu. Some
Panko.
grated parm.
This looks good. I
That's
can't
going to
lie,
caramelize
guys.
really nicely on the chicken. Now some salt and pepper. Let's mix this all up. And now in the chicken goes.
So whilst he's doing all this, guys, you got to think in the background, these what are they called? Nesters are just probably surrounding his home. He's there making this freaking like Bob Ross, Gordon Ramsay meal.
All right, now it is time to fry these bad boys up.
That's a lot of
It's
oil.
not good to add the oil over an open flame, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get this oil nice and hot.
Okay, yeah. I guess you need a lot to,
Now you know the
To dip
oil's
the
ready
chicken.
when you dip the chicken in.
and it sizzles.
It sizzles. Ooh, is that ready? That is ready. I'm actually going
Amen.
to lower the heat. That's insane.
I love the kind of optimism of this guy though. Like he's alone. It's day 8 and he's still got this kind of weird optimism. I guess because maybe he just lived in solitude before and it doesn't really make a difference to him.
Now, personally, I like when it's very golden brown. I don't like when it's too pale. I like when it's crispy.
Yeah.
Crispy.
Wow. That looks good, man. Woo! I'm hungry now. There's a lot of oil there, though. And oil's not cheap these days, I'll tell you that. Especially olive oil.
All right, so let's get ready to broil the mozzarella cheese on.
Okay. Oh, and it's going to melt into it?
All right, here we go. Now I'm going to throw this into the oven and broil it.
Oh, right. Got you. For how long, though? I love it. It's like a cooking channel. This is oddly therapeutic. I like this.
I figured while the chicken parm is cooking, I'm going to set up my sleeping quarters for the night, make a fire, set up my sleeping bag. I was sleeping in the living room before, but to be honest, it's too far from an exit. And given that there was that stranger outside earlier, makes sense to be close to the exit, in case anything happens. It makes it
Agreed.
convenient, Kitchen's right here, can make a midnight snack. So I'm gonna set up the fire for the evening. 3-layer base.
This is like freaking the Outdoor Boys. What was he called? The Outdoor Boys? But like, that guy would survive so easily in a post-apocalyptic world. But this is the kind of vlogs that he would be making. Because he's good at cooking, he's good at hunting, he's good at everything. He can set up camps. Guy who's just like
hungry, I'm so hungry.
insane.
Full moon tonight.
Oh, a bit of yoga, nice. Push-ups.
And we can't forget the sauce. This particular sauce I found, it's called Michael's of Brooklyn. Tomatoes, fresh garlic, fresh basil, Italian olive oil, oregano, fresh parsley, salt, black pepper, and nothing else, it says in big exclamation points.
And nothing else. As if that wasn't like a list of... And again, they're all freaking natural seasonings, so... Oh my god, why is this so cozy? This is like the coziest horror. Is this even a horror? It's meant to be a horror. Oh, look at that. Maybe we should get some veggies in there, though. Just for fiber's sake.
And you always put the sauce on last so it doesn't get soggy. And of course, last but not least,
Veggies?
basil.
Oh, okay.
And that is it. Bon appetit.
Man, this dude must have the runs.
I'm so hungry. Let's see how this tastes.
Is there like stuff in the background that I'm just completely missing? Then again, there hasn't really been many background shots other than what we're seeing now. This looks so cozy, man. I like this.
It's amazing.
I need to learn how to survive, guys.
Had chicken pie forever.
And then I could just quit everything and move out into the woods in a log cabin. And just reconnect with nature and God. Oh, how beautiful.
Walking around today.
I'm just having a look in the background there.
Got me hungry. That guy really freaked me out outside.
Yeah, freaked me out too, man.
I think that anxiety just takes a lot out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad I made two.
You know, I can't sit with my legs crossed like this, guys. My hips are so tight, my hip flexors. Like when I try and sit like this, my knees come up like this. And it is literally just because my hip flexors here. And I think maybe my quads are very, very like tight. I need to stretch more. I always say I need to stretch more, but I never do. I wake up and my hips are freaking...
There's like nothing like...
Especially, you know, when it's cold. I don't know, for my viewers past the age of 30, you know when it's cold and like you wake up and it's cold and you can just feel it in your like... I don't know if this is just me, but I can feel it immediately in my hips. I think that is literally just having tight hip flexors.
Chicken parm. So you really have to tenderize it and flatten it out so it becomes more like a chicken cutlet. I haven't got like restaurants where you go and you get the chicken and or any dish and it's like not good. It's like you should be losing sleep to make sure that your chicken is flavorful. You go to a chicken place and like
he's just got all his priorities messed up. But then again, what else are you going to do in this environment? You know what I mean? What else are you going to actually do? I mean, I guess it's quite therapeutic talking to a camera like I'm doing right now.
Skin comes off the chicken.
This is different because what I'm doing right now is, I don't know, I'm not really speaking my feelings or anything other than maybe if something I feel reflects something that I feel, if you know what I mean.
It's on top, it's in the skin. And then like the chicken itself is just like bland. You know, what are you doing? I do miss restaurants. I miss people cooking for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Steak and fries,
Glad
man.
I learned a few recipes.
I need to learn recipes, man. I'm 32.
Got this at the supermarket.
Was that a beer? Is that a beer?
Oh. Man. I'm lonely tonight. Particularly lonely.
That's so sad the way you said that.
It's sort of missing some camaraderie, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I tell you what I don't miss about people right now.
What's that?
It's feeling in debt to people. You know.
What do you mean?
Emotionally more than anything. You know, being predator to other people's unresolved issues. Feeling obligated to give my time.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's honesty. That's what makes us human though, right?
I always would put boundaries around my time. And sometimes I felt like I had to lie to people because people can be really selfish with your time. If they thought that they could get more from you, they take it, you know? That's what I always hated about having a job. There was always this sense that when you work for someone...
That sound. Did you hear that?
They expect you to... They expect to squeeze every bit of time they can out of you because they're paying you. And they're not going to pay you for nothing.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who believe that because they're giving you money, the money that they know you need to live, they can take advantage of you.
I feel that.
They assume that if you need the job, you'll do whatever they ask, no matter how stupid or pointless it is, because after all, they're paying you. You know?
I feel
don't
like
miss that.
maybe this series is a way for the creator to talk about how he's feeling through the lens of a creative, like a character that he's created. Do you know what I mean? I guess that's art. When you think about it, that is art in its purest form. You're expressing your feelings through a medium of something that you can't explain otherwise. You can maybe talk out your feelings like this guy's doing, but true art is you're feeling something, you put it down, and like that's your way of expressing how that makes you feel. And then other people can look at that and think to themselves how it affects them, what their perspective of it is. But obviously, you know that the creator had their own version of what it means in their head. And this is what this feels like therapy. The guy is using this character to talk through maybe problems or ideas or thoughts that he's had that just wouldn't make sense in a normal kind of just Dear Diary way. And I like that. I like stuff like that where, you know, you get an insight of the creator through the characters that they've created. I think it's nice.
Money created this like really sick relationship with other people.
Yeah.
Once someone gives you money, it becomes a trap, and it's really hard to escape. You know, I used to hate having a boss breathe down my neck. Ugh. I'd work an 8-hour shift, and honestly, I'd probably only worked 2 of those hours.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, I just walk around with my clipboard, pretending to be busy. I'd move quickly, you know, like I had somewhere important to be, just to look productive.
Yeah. A lot of people do that.
That's what a boss likes to see. Motion.
Motion, twin.
They want to see you doing something, even when the real work only took like 2 hours. You know?
Yeah.
You know, if they catch you sitting, they get pissed.
I mean, I think more workplace morale would increase a heck of a lot if they said, listen, you've got this task to do today. If by the time you do it, you can go home and you're still going to get paid for a full day. That is your job. I'm paying you to do this job. It shouldn't be, I'm paying you to stay in this office for this many hours. And as long as you stay in this building for this many hours, you're going to get paid by the hour. It should be, listen, this is your job. You hit this target or whatever, you can go home afterwards and we'll pay you fully. I know that's probably not going to work in jobs like customer service and stuff like that, where you've always got to be open. But maybe it should be like, I don't know, I'm just living in a dream world right now, but like you hit a certain amount of targets or a certain amount of sales and they say, yeah, you did a good job today. You can go home early today. Do you know what I mean? I feel like people wouldn't be complaining about work as much if that was the case, because then they can spend more time with their family. They can like do things that they enjoy more, because the way it is right now, like 9 to 5, it's like he said, you work for 2 hours and you look busy for the rest. Like, what's the point? What kind of life is that where you're being forced to stay away from things that are important to you just because what? You know what I mean? It's yeah. I kind of like this series. It's bringing out a bunch of ideas and a bunch of like thoughts, experiments in my own head.
There's nothing left to do, you know? So I'd fake it. I'd walk around, look busy, you know, make them feel like they're getting their money's worth, but they weren't.
Yeah. Well, what's going on? Oh my! I'm forgetting that this is a horror, guys.
They'd rather see you miserable and in motion than calm and at ease. Makes no sense.
An object in motion stays in motion.
It's like they need to see struggle to feel justified in paying you. So.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting the guy. The impression I'm getting this guy, he kind of reminds me of what's his name? The dude from Severance, the main character. I forgot what the actor's name is. Apologies. I'm getting him vibes.
I'd get shit for it, you know? And life is already hard enough, you know? You don't need someone coming down on you for being efficient, you know? Yeah, I know. If if I said that to an employer or a business owner, they probably think I'm the worst type of employee. But, I mean, come on, man. Do you expect me to care about selling bullshit plastic products while I'm spending my finite time being here?
Exactly. That's what I was saying, kind of.
I know it wasn't my boss.
I could have a great talk with this guy.
But it was what he represented, you know, it was the whole system.
And sorry I did to keep pausing this, guys. I mean, it is reaction, and, you know, you can watch this in your spare time. Go watch it for yourself. But this is more like, I feel like I need to say stuff. Not because it's like, oh, I'm reacting and I need to feel like I'm giving my stuff. But genuinely, right now, this is giving me like, I don't know, like these ideas or these thoughts. But like, I like this kind of talk. I hate small talk. Like, if you're going to talk, like, let's talk deeply, you know, let's talk deep about stuff. I hate small talk, like, oh, you catch the game, what wonderful weather we're having. Like, I know it takes a little bit to get into that, but why? Why does it take so long to get into that? Why can't we, like, just build these deep relationships rather than surface level relationships? Why can't we just get straight to it and understand who that person is at their core? You know what I mean? I feel like that's what socializing and friendship should be about. Definitely.
Rich people could get richer and everybody else sort of wastes their time.
Yeah.
And maybe if I wasn't forced to make money, I'd have time to foster the skills that truly make an impact, but...
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
That isn't realistic, though, so... As much as I miss my family, they kept asking me to get a cell phone.
Oh, you don't have a cell phone? That's interesting.
I remember thinking to myself, like, no, I'm not doing that, you know? Because once they knew I had a phone...
They could bother you.
I'd be available to them all the time. And I don't want to be available to people all the time.
Bro, this guy's my kindred spirit.
Sometimes I'd even lie. I'd say...
I mean, no, that's not true, because I love having my phone, but it's like I do hate the idea of constantly being available to someone. Like, I without sounding completely sociopathic or mean or whatever, it's like I like being alone, but I like knowing people are there. If that makes any sense at all. Like, I love my family and stuff, and I will definitely be there. And the thing about my family is they don't bother me for stuff like that. Like, they don't. And that's great. And I make friends with people who aren't like that, who don't need my attention all the time. Because I'm the kind of guy who likes to just do my own thing sometimes. I like to watch films, series. I don't like to feel obligated that I have to go out. And, like, there are times where you think, okay, I need to go out now, because if I don't, I'm going to lose all my friends. You know what I mean? But what I'll say to that is, because it's weird, because I was in this church meeting that we have. It's not really a meeting. It's more of like guys get together and, you know, talk about what it means to be a man within Christianity, or just in general what it means to be a man, you know. And one of the guys was saying how his friends felt like he was losing his friends because he was like me. He was just wanting to be left alone, wanting to be like, not just, you know, when they want to show up, they will. And he said, how do you think I should answer back to this? And I said, well, in my opinion, the truest friends you can have are the people that you can pick up where you left off from. No matter where you left off from, you can pick up from there. That's why my friends, brilliant. Ryan, my oldest friend, I've known him since I was 3 or 4. That's 8-bit Ryan, if you guys didn't know. We don't talk every single day. But when we do talk, there's not like a guilt there that's like, oh crap, I haven't spoke to him in a while, I feel bad now, I feel obligated. It's like, no, I enjoy talking to him when I talk to him, and we don't feel bad that we don't talk every single day, you know what I mean? I feel like that's how relationships should be. And ironically, when you do find friends like that, you do want to interact with them a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm sorry, guys. This is going to be a longer video than it has to be, but I love this. Genuinely, I love this. This is like really introspective. Is that the word? It's really like insightful. It's not, I don't even see this as horror anymore. This is literally therapy for me.
You know, I'm going to be out when I was actually going to be home, just so I had an excuse not to answer.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe that's selfish. Maybe I just, you know, didn't want to talk. Maybe I just wanted to be left alone. getting a cell phone felt like it was inviting people into my life on demand, and I didn't want that. Just like...
Yeah, I feel that.
It's not natural for people to have that kind of access to another person.
Yeah.
You know, that's at least what I think. And I know it probably comes from an inability to disappoint people. Some would say, why don't you just say no if they ask? But
yeah,
I don't know. Sometimes no doesn't feel like a complete sentence. If I said I wasn't available, they want a reason.
Yeah,
And maybe
I
the
feel
reason
that.
is I just, like,
Don't
I
want
don't want
to.
to talk right now.
Yeah.
You know? Or I was planning to watch a movie.
That's seen as rude, though. Or no, but the right people, this is what I'm saying, guys. The right people will know, like, no, I'm not in the mood. It's like nothing against you personally. I just want to be alone. And they're like, yep, cool, completely fine. The right people, you will find the right people who won't make you feel bad about wanting to be in your own time. That's one thing I'll give to you guys if you're looking for friends or something. See how they react when you say no to them. Like, how do they react? Do they make you feel guilty? How do they react to you? How do they make you feel after you say no? That's how you know who your true friends are, or what their agenda is, or what kind of person they are.
You know, it sounds small, but it wasn't to me. Just it wasn't. Maybe that's what I needed, you know? Feels like modern day communication was the thief of life. Now, after a long day, sometimes all I wanted to do to unwind was just, you know, relax.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I keep looking over here thinking something's going to show up.
But saying I need to relax never felt like a good enough reason to fall short of somebody else's expectations, you know.
I love the way he puts it.
It should have been. So I didn't ask for it, I just took it. And if I had to lie to protect that time, I did. Because I shouldn't have to justify
wanting to be
wanting
alone.
Peace.
Yeah.
And I know that's avoidant.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe that was life challenging me to grow, but sometimes I just don't want to grow. Sometimes I just want to rest.
Yeah.
Defeats the purpose of relaxing if I have to grow while doing it.
I mean, yeah, I guess. It's one of those things where it's like, if you're not growing, you're dying. I don't know, that's what I hear a lot, and it makes you feel guilty. It's like, I'm not doing, like, especially with social media and stuff, you're like, if you're not growing, you're dying. You got all these like red pill podcasters, these alpha males, and like, get up and move, do 500 push-ups. And it's like, well, listen, that's your goal in life. That's how you accept yourself, or you feel like you're being accepted, because you were obviously taught growing up that the only way to be approved of was through working hard. And it's a good thing to install into someone, to work hard and stuff, but you also need to teach them to relax. You need to teach them, like, it's okay to slow down. You know, you don't always have to run 10,000 miles a day, okay? You can just chill out, and that's completely okay. There are other areas you can grow in. You know, spiritually you can grow, you can learn skills, you know, stuff like that. And sometimes you just don't want to learn anything. Sometimes you just want to just be and just mellow out. And I know exactly where he's coming from.
You know, sometimes I want to say no to the challenge. Put a boundary around life itself, which sounds arrogant because it's impossible. You know, and maybe it's a mirror showing me something about myself that, you know, I don't want to see. My unhealthy desire to numb, my avoidance. Maybe it's showing me something deeper. I don't know. Maybe the truth is I really was afraid I was incapable of connecting with other people the way I wanted to.
Yeah. I find that myself, guys. I know I'm pausing a lot, and I'm sorry. Just go watch the original video, please. I highly... You should be watching it alongside me anyway, so at this point, the video will definitely have moved on to the next video. I don't interact with a lot of people because... I'm trying to make new friends because... In a way, it's like, I always think that more is expected of me when I'm meeting new people. Like, I have to present myself as a certain person, and that's exhausting. And I don't like doing that. I don't like... And I guess I could be myself, but if I was to be myself, I would come across as not ignorant, but very, very, like, rude, almost. Because when I meet the right people, it just clicks, and I feel like, yeah, this guy's cool, this guy's on my level. But I hate putting myself forward as something that I'm not. Like, I'm wearing a mask all the time, and I feel like that's a me problem. That's me, like, I am the reason I do that, because I think that they think that I'm meant to be something, so I wear the mask that I think I need to wear from them. And it doesn't have to be like that. The right people will always find you. You know, I said I hate small talk and stuff like that, and I like just talking about deep stuff. It's hard to just get straight into the deep stuff though, isn't it? Let's be honest. But maybe that's just what we need to do. Just jump straight into it. And if they go, whoa, that's weird, then fine, you're not for me. That's completely fine, you know? Not everyone's adaptable. Not everyone's going to like you. Why pretend to be something to please someone that you necessarily aren't going to get along with in the long run anyway? If you can be yourself, completely yourself, like with no apologies, and people like you for that, you're going to go a long way with them. Do you know what I mean?
And that I would never feel close to my family and my friends, not the way I wanted to, at least, you know. And maybe that's why I kept telling myself that people only want to use my time, because it's easier to believe that than to imagine that they actually wanted to spend time with me, get to know me.
Yeah.
You know?
And I guess another thing for me is personally for me is I feel like I'm having to constantly entertain that person. Like, I never had friends around my house because I felt this pressure to entertain rather than just chill. Because it's like it reminds me of Cal Pilkington, right? I don't know if you guys are aware of Cal Pilkington. He's an absolute legend over here in the UK. He did a series called An Idiot Abroad or something like that. And in one of the episodes, he said he can do whatever he wanted to, I think. I'm not sure if it was An Idiot Abroad or his own series, but he went into a caravan park in Wales, which is something that a lot of Brits do over here. Like, a lot of Brits won't even leave the country, like, especially old timers. Like, they like their caravan holidays, basically, and that's what this was. And because the camera crew was there, he sat down and he said, like, well, you know, usually I'd put the TV on and I'd relax, I'd eat something, I'd just chill. But because you're here, I feel like I have to make this look more exciting than it is.
Your company now. If I was there, I'd be quite happy sat here. I'd probably put the telly on, have a cup of tea or something, relax. But because you're here going, what do you do now? What do you do now? It's like I've got to try and impress you.
And that's exactly how I felt sometimes with friends. It's like I feel like I need to constantly engage and entertain you, and that's a me problem. And I don't know where that comes from. Maybe it's like my idea of being validated is to perform for people. Maybe that's why I'm a YouTuber. You know, that's how I get my validation. But I will say, and I don't mean to throw this on you guys, but since I turned to Christianity and since I put my faith in God and Jesus, that kind of goes away. I don't have to, I don't have to be validated by anybody. That kind of void, that hole that I was feeling originally is filled with that holy, like, presence. I don't know how else to explain that, and other Christians will understand where I'm coming from. It doesn't mean that you're not going to suffer. It just means that you don't have to try as much to be something that you're not, because God accepts you exactly for who you are. Whoa, this turned freaking deep, didn't it? This turned very deep. This is going to be like a 2-hour-long video. I like this, though. I like this content. The introspective, the thoughtful content, not just like the meaningless, like, reacting to content because it's horrible. Genuinely, this is important to me now, this series, because it's beautiful. It's like opened up a part of my soul in which I can understand where this person's coming from. Wow.
You know, some days the self-hatred really runs so deep, and I still can't picture people actually wanting to talk to me just to talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
safer to
so
believe
true.
that everybody is a time-sucking vampire than to actually risk rejection.
Yeah.
That, I don't know when I became so guarded.
Yeah.
I never really felt safe around other people. If something bad happened, I never felt safe enough to share the pain with someone else, so I faced it alone.
Something bad happened.
And with nowhere to let it out. Build up over years and years until it got so deep, I couldn't tell you where it began or how to talk about it, People would ask me, what's wrong? I'd just say, I don't know.
Yeah. See, this video.
I used to tell myself.
This video will resonate with the right people. A lot of people will click on this and go, "Oh, this is boring," and click away. But the right people will understand where this guy is coming from. Not necessarily the right people. I'm not going to say you're wrong if you don't understand what he's saying, because people are brought up differently. You know what I mean? So I'm not blaming you for not being able to understand, because your understanding of the world is different from mine. But I'm just saying I resonate very much with what this person's saying.
When the pain gets great, when it gets great enough, I'll share. I didn't want to bother anybody. Just felt like, it's not bad enough yet to burden others yet. And then one day, my brother died.
Oh, crap.
And I still couldn't share the pain. That excuse to keep putting it off, it's bottomless.
I think a lot of men in particular, for sure, guard their hearts a lot. When they open up, they feel too vulnerable, and when you're vulnerable, you can get attacked, and people use your vulnerability against you. And all it takes is one person using that vulnerability, like you opening up to someone, and they use something that you told them in confidence, like with a bleeding heart, for them to use that against you, for you to just never ever share that feeling ever again. All it takes is it doesn't have to, just a simple rejection of you, because when they reject that, you trying to open up and be like, listen, I'm something I'm really struggling with, and they play it off like it's nothing, you automatically think, okay, well, I must mean nothing to you then, that I'm not. And a lot of men, I think that they think that it makes them look weak to be open and vulnerable and cry. Like I myself find it very hard to cry in front of other people. Genuinely, I find it very hard, because it's just, I don't know where that comes from. It's just the whole guarding the heart thing.
Won't end until I make a beginning. And that loneliness, it just breeds anger, blame, bitterness. I'd given anything to let that go. I just didn't know how.
Yeah. What was that sound? What's going on? I've
So
completely
I'm
forgot this
alone.
is
I
a
don't
horror.
have to face
A horror.
any of that, I'm not disturbed. So anyway, I have my affirmation that I tell myself every day, and preparing me for when I see other people again. And it goes like this: I am likable, and I attract genuine connection.
That's a nice little prayer
I say
affirmation.
that to myself every day. Pretty good, right? But when people enter the picture, everything surfaces: resentment, worry, doubt, fear. Giving my time forced me to confront all of that. And it pushes me to speak up when staying quiet would just feel so much more comfortable and safer. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm protective of my time. Not a good that's doing me now. And it's really because anything that wants to take it also stirs up everything that I'm still trying to keep buried. Anyway, that's it.
What's this song?
All right, I think it's time to
Hit the hay.
hit the hay.
We need to meet. I need to meet this guy. We need to go out and talk about stuff.
Oh, it's been a long day.
I feel like I'd have a very genuine conversation with this guy.
Gotta have 2 chins. Oh. Alright.
You're going to sleep with the light on?
In the morning.
Shining in your face? Go on, turn it off, man. There we go. In a way, this guy kind of reminds me, the way he's recording this reminds me of Alex, you know, the Alex the Archive, you know, the Ted the Caver guy. Fantastic creator as well. He reminds me of that, in a way. And now we're being reminded that this is indeed a horror video. I completely forgot it was a horror video. What is that?
What am I seeing right now?
Seeing?
That's fire. That's definitely fire.
Fire? Did he step outside?
Oh my God!
Are they worshipping the fire? What happened? Something very peaceful about that, but also very haunting. I love like walks in nature like that though. I'm very blue right now. I'm blue, dabble dee dabble da. What's even the lyrics to that? I love this guy's channel already, man. Like, I wish I could double like that. That genuinely like stirred up like things inside myself that I couldn't quite articulate myself, but it was only when he said it that I could resonate and talk about those things. And I think you need people like that in your life to feel safe around. And he was talking about a guarded heart, right? I feel like when you meet the right people, it's just naturally that just comes away because you just feel safe around those people because they make you feel like you're not alone. They're experiencing it too. Like you can share in this together. You know, I don't really like forcing men together and being like, let's talk about our manly feelings. Although I did say that's what we're doing in our church currently, but I find a lot of people in my church are very like-minded like me. I think deep conversations should definitely happen naturally. And I myself am quite a judgmental person, and that's why I don't really engage with a lot of new people, because I'm judgmental because I think they're judging me. So I'm just projecting my own judgmentalness onto those people because I think that the way I'm thinking is the way they're thinking about me. And that's one thing I pray about like every day, to just soften my heart and just to stop me judging so much and just to help me love people genuinely and like wholeheartedly. It's good to be on the defensive. You know, you don't just open up yourself to any person, but at the same time, like being too defensive just completely closes off any deep relationship you may have. Anyway, that was beautiful. I really enjoyed that. We'll watch, you know what? Should we watch this one now? Let's just watch this one now, guys. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but this one's called The World is Finally Empty.
Day 4, squatting in this abandoned house.
Day 4?
I haven't seen another person in 81 days. A couple days ago, I decided to suit
Wait, hang on a sec. Day 4? As in, this is a different house?
up and head north into the surrounding hills.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
All right, we're heading out, so I hope I don't die.
I found a map here.
It's one thing you
Barely
can hope
intact, but enough to help me navigate what was ahead.
Man, it is very chilly out today.
Mm. Wow. Dick's. Go into Dick's. What do they sell at Dick's, guys? Is that a sporting centre?
I also keep my CB radio set to directional and gives me some warning if there's some danger within 5 miles. So
Oh, that's cool.
if I hear anything, I change course.
So he's literally alone in a world
Yeah, I
full
don't
of
trust
these
that.
freaking whatever they're called.
I'm definitely gonna veer in a different direction.
The map led me to 3 different locations: the mall, an underground concourse, and some type of museum. Places that
nice.
used to be crowded. Yeah.
Yeah.
The suburbs are empty, that's for sure. Rows of houses, all vacant, so I thought, if anybody's still out there, they'd be here.
Yeah. True. Log 2. The journey. So this is like a walking vlog. It's like a hike almost. A hiking vlog. No, never mind, it's not.
When I reached the first location, I felt pretty optimistic.
I love the style of this, man. Now the question is this CGI, or has he actually gone around to an abandoned, like during unbusy hours and just recorded this? To be very impressive either way. All you need to do is include angles that don't include other people. I know, this is completely ruining immersion. I'm sorry, guys.
Very promising.
He's all alone in this world, by the way. There's no one else here. Let's just pretend that, okay? I don't think this is CGI. This is real.
Unfortunately, I think this place is pretty empty. There's not much here. It really puts me on edge that I can see everything and there's really no place to hide here.
Yeah. Just an open space.
Let me go see if I can find out where that sound is coming from.
Interesting. Okay. Is this genuinely like a... I wonder where this is. It reminds me of the Rolling Giant in a way. Wow. Oh, geez, there's someone to his right.
These doors
Is he not hearing that?
Bunker full of custodians? I don't know.
Huh. Oh, yeah, I don't like this.
These are all locked.
It's a shame. Let's go find the keys. Was.
Well, I wish I had some quarters.
Bro, you can... I wouldn't say smash up a thingy-mabob.
Can't believe these are still running.
Yeah. Knight Rider.
Helicopter?
Heck yeah, let's go. Success. And these are old
Man,
school.
This like really makes me hungry because there's a food court here. Makes me think of like Nathan's hot dogs or something. I could really go for one.
You're not going to get another cooking
I think
video.
that's gonna happen.
Make your own hot dog.
No offense, but this looks like a shitty place to work in its day.
Hmm. Why is the roof like that?
At least I see no nesters.
Nesters. Okay, that I think I'm thinking of Days Gone. When they called nesters in there, or there were nests with zombies in them that you had to burn out, right? What does that say there? Oh. Man, liminal spaces are really like, there's something about it, like, you know what it is? Like, I've said this before, I think. It's places in which there should be a lot of people and there isn't anymore. That just is uncanny.
Seems like where it's coming from. There's absolutely nothing in there. That was a recording of someone who I think has been here in the past.
Right. Oh, okay, well, the sprinklers are still working. That's pretty cool. Theaters. Go watch
I
stuff in a
spent
movie.
around an hour and a half exploring the mall. It was getting pretty late, and I needed to keep moving. I also saw a figure that I've encountered before moving towards me.
Bro.
Calling Mr. Whiteout.
Mr. Who?
He sounds harmless, but I don't know, something in me just doesn't trust it.
Really?
My next stop is a series of underground tunnels called Concourse B.
So it's like he knows that it's not, because he was saying in the last video, like, oh, when I meet people, this is what I say about myself. I'm, you know, affirming that I'm a likable person and that I need a genuine connection. But he must know that that thing's not human then, if he's like not trying to interact with it. Concourse B.
I expected public transit, you know, trains connecting nearby towns. But instead, I found passageways linking offices, food courts, state buildings, things like that. With the parking structures below, it must have been packed with workers at some point moving beneath the city.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of when I was at an AMC theater. Is that what they're called in America?
Really cornered in one of those kitchens, or
and it felt like
Fry
this.
Deluxe.
Everything was closed down. Like past a certain time, obviously no one was really there.
I don't think I'm going to go too deep into this because it's very maze-like, and I don't want to get lost and not be able to get back outside.
What is that? It sounds like someone's moving around. Is he in New York?
Little painting. It's beautiful.
Mid-Hudson. Oh, welcome to Mid-Hudson. Isn't that in Texas?
At this point, it was getting pretty dark, and I was 3 hours from home. I had a little fun on the way to the next location, and then, you know, I don't know what I was thinking, because it started to get dark out. Woo! It's like I lost 2 hours of my time.
We're playing in a trolley.
I deserve ice cream.
Bro!
Like I was playing with my radio and acting like an idiot. It's too late to walk back.
Oh dear. What was that?
It's too late to walk back.
That's someone there. That's literally, you can see the shadow of them there as well. Ooh.
I was lucky. Some of the towns I passed through still had working electricity. I assume they're connected to some industrial-sized power center that hadn't yet failed. When I got far from the cities, the darkness was pretty blinding.
Jeez.
I hadn't seen a landmark in over an hour, and, you know, out of the darkness now, it appeared.
What did?
It wasn't ideal.
A slide?
But I needed shelter.
A pack?
At any moment, I could have run into a nester, so I had to do something.
Ooh! We're not going to talk about these nesters?
The enclosed slide. It was not comfortable, but it worked. When I woke, I continued on my travels. The last place I visited was the taxidermy house.
Okay. Interesting.
It used to be a family attraction.
I like how he's not like, from the very first video, he hasn't really explained the lore of what's happened of like, oh, I just woke up and everyone was gone kind of thing. But he's kind of building into that by introducing these new things like these, you know, the nesters and stuff. And
walking through it now, I kept mistaking the stillness for life.
ugh, yeah.
Everything looked alive, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. Just empty forms stuffed with microfiber.
Man. Is this freaking CGI?
Hello, Mammoth.
It would be
Don't
absolutely
worry.
insane if it was.
Not gonna take your little cub or whatever you call it.
No, this has got to be real. It's got to be a real place. Is that a deer? Is that a donkey? That's a old reference, guys. If you get that, then you're probably old
Hello.
like me. That's kind of relaxing, though.
Hey,
Like
there's some guys doing some work over here.
Lumberjack.
I feel like this guy would really hate me if he was alive.
Damn millennials. Damn Gen Z, they don't know their ass from their toe. They got soft hands, brother. I did a 72-hour unpaid shift. Sounds a bit more relaxing, this. It's either this dude knows people who are working in these locations and he can
What is
just
this, like
access them,
Aquatic World or something.
or I don't know.
One little room for the entire ocean. That's pretty generous.
This is a super cozy
Model T.
analog horror, though.
Wouldn't mind taking this puppy out for a spin. Alright, I'm gonna get going.
As I walked home, I thought about nesters. I really don't know much about them. Only that they can shift from calm to hostile in seconds. Once they settle somewhere, infestation usually follows.
Oh, my
Counter that.
goodness.
They look human, but something is off about them. Something is just not normal. I'm glad to be back home in front of this warm fire with this mug of hot cocoa.
Heck yeah, brother. I'm not really a
I
fan
didn't
of hot
find
chocolate,
anyone, no, but
though. Give me an English breakfast tea.
maybe tomorrow I'll head south towards the water. Anyway.
This is a very, very interesting series, and I really do enjoy this, guys. So please go and subscribe to the Glennon Archives. I think I'm already subbed, right? It's not. Yeah. This was great. Genuinely, like, very introspective. Is that the right word? In a sec. Yeah, it's very introspective. It's therapeutic in a way. It's just really cozy. It's a cozy horror. I don't know how else to explain that. I don't even know how I'm going to title this video because it didn't necessarily scare me. There are definitely creepy factors in there that are probably going to be touched on a lot more in later logs and stuff. But the way it's kind of done so casually is like he's used to this. This is normal to him, which kind of adds that eeriness to it. But it's more so you're following the thoughts of a man through his descent into a lonely world. So you're like following his thought patterns and his humanity, I guess you could say. And it's beautiful. Because it's very like, you don't get a lot of people who are honest about their own emotions and how they're feeling. They don't like talking about how they're feeling. But in this case, through this, he's on his own. So there's no one to judge him. There's no one to think, what is he saying that to? He's doing it more so for himself. And he knows that if someone does find it, he's probably going to be dead anyway. So it doesn't matter. So this is his way of like just laying it all out and talking about things that matter or things that may be on his mind. And I love that. I love that kind of journaling therapeuticness to it. I think it's really, really cool. So guys, go subscribe to the Glennon Archives. Honestly, that was phenomenal. I really enjoyed that. I know there's probably going to be more to come. This one got more views than the last one, but I genuinely believe that last one deserves a lot more views. This one's got 25k, this one's got 98k. This one deserves so many more views because it just, well, for me personally, it's just very painfully honest, and I love that. I really, really enjoy that. It is great. So guys, go subscribe. That was phenomenal. Just keep your eyes out for this guy. It was actually Ryan who recommended this to me, and I'm glad he did, because this is genuinely like an eye-opening horror. I don't know how else to explain that. It made me reflect on feelings maybe that resonated. But there we go, guys. If you did enjoy my views, my own introspection on this series, then subscribe to the channel. I kind of like giving my thoughts out on these things, and I'm trying to be a lot more open and soft-hearted and not so hard on the inside. Like I want to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to be approachable, I think. Or like my videos give some kind of comfort. Just how this series kind of gave me comfort in a way. So yeah, subscribe if you did enjoy, guys. Like the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone.